what's going on, y'all? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And you're about to watch a little OTB LSU.
We're going to give you all the latest, greatest between LSU football, baseball, women's basketball, softball, and everything in between.
Bottom line, if you want to talk Tigers, keep it locked, subscribe, like it, and we hope you enjoy it. It's so hard to try, especially because you just so recently caught lightning in a bottle. But what you're witnessing right now out of this LSU offense, you have to be terribly careful not to take it for granted because we just don't know when we're ever going to see anything like it again. I mean, right now you're looking at a team, we'll get into Jayden and everything else and 8 touchdowns on Saturday, but you're looking at a team that finished with 5 touchdown drives against the Florida Gators. This last Saturday, they go 8 of 8. Every time they touched the ball, they scored a touchdown. 13 touchdown drives in a row. And now you get the Texas A&M Aggies in Death Valley with revenge on the mind. Yeah, it's a bad time to be an Aggie.
Well, is there a good time?
No, that's fair. After a home win when the cadets are dunking the yell leaders.
That's true. Look, you never expect it, and it just happens. So there's a lot this weekend to have that team coming into your stadium. Maybe the final opportunity that we get to see some of these guys in an LSU uniform. I mean, you never know the bowl situation, and it's been special on the offensive side of the football. Has it been in the totality of everything? No, we know this. Well, you have 3 losses, but still you can appreciate what they're doing offensively. Some of these things have never happened before, and so you get a chance to go out there, close the regular season on a very high note, get to 9 wins with a chance at 10 wins. BK's mentioned that so many times, even after the game on Saturday. And again, to do it against that team, which you lost to last year. They were a bad football team, and you didn't show up at their place, and you want to make sure you show up at your place.
Yeah, it was the postgame for Brian Kelly was interesting, and I would recommend anybody going to listen to it because sometimes you expect coaches to maybe shy away from things that we hold to be obvious because, traditionally they're not things that coaches talk about, but he's being very upfront about a couple of things. First off, he is being very upfront about the Heisman campaign.
Yeah.
And basically saying, yeah, look, we all know what's on the line right now. We want him to be celebrated for his greatness. And so, yeah, we left him in. And we wanted to give him the opportunity to score. And we wanted to give him the opportunity to amass statistics since, look, you had Bo Nix go off in that first half on Saturday. And so that was kind of interesting. And he's also not shying away from the 10-win metric. Not saying, it's a problem. No, he's saying, look, man, we're trying to build a consistent winner. And back-to-back 10-win seasons is exactly how you do that. And obviously you have to beat A&M, and then you're going to have to win a bowl game. So, we'll see what bowl you end up in eventually. But if you beat A&M, you're probably not going to go New Year's 6. We can get into all that. But the point is, a lot of people are going to be flipping about the bowl game, not unlike last year, but like last year, I do think that 10-win metric matters. And even if you disagree with me, well, you're also disagreeing with Coach Brian Kelly because he said the same thing after the game. So he is very clearly being very upfront about trying to get Jayden this Heisman and finish his season strong. And why wouldn't you? He's never had a Heisman winner. And this is a man who has nearly every other, accolade and trophy, obviously, kind of the 2 big ones that he wouldn't have, be a Heisman winner and would be a national championship trophy. Well, he has the ultra rare opportunity to check one of those boxes this game and, this season, and they're going for it. So fully expect Jayden and the offense to be locked in, ready to go, and loaded this Saturday. And what more can you say about JD5, Jake? It's just so already he very clearly looks like a pro playing with college kids. But then, that's when you play like SEC opponents or top 10 opponents. When he got against Georgia State, a lesser non-power 5 team, it looked like a varsity kid out there with junior high. Like, there wasn't a bead of sweat on him. 25 of 30, like Kelly said, 25 of 30 for over 400 yards. So a near perfect completion percentage, but not dink and dunk with massive chunk plays. Yeah. Everything looks so slow to him. Everything looks so easy for him right now. And, it's again, as we talk about giving thanks, gratitude, what you appreciate in life. I appreciate every opportunity I get at this point, even if it is against the Georgia State. Like, look, I made no bones about it. I hate these late cupcakes. I really do. From a spectator standpoint, I think they're lame. But I'll be damned if I didn't love watching Jaden Daniels play on Saturday. We had a great time at Don Juan. Everybody going crazy. He's just so much fun. It's incredible.
Yeah, until somebody brought up Polar Express, then the mood changed. But we can get to that a little bit later on, because I did appreciate watching that clip yesterday. But, I mean, how could you not have a good time watching Jaden Daniels? 25 of 30, 413, 6 touchdowns through the air, adds another 2 on the ground, 9.6 yards per carry, the leading rusher as far as rushing yards per attempt in the country. Not quarterbacks, not just running backs and everybody, like literally everybody. He is the leading guy in the country, and that's not even like what he's doing through the air is like Heisman worthy. And then you say something like that on the ground, over 1,000 yards again, 3,000 through the air, 1,000 on the ground, like time and time. Every time we open up these mics, it feels like he's doing something that either hasn't ever been done or it hasn't been done in a decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, whatever it might be. On Saturday, it looked like he was playing a different game than Georgia State. Yeah. I mean, everything was so slow for him. And I thought Roy and Roddy did a really nice job of explaining some of the VR stuff that he's doing and breaking down that, because like all of that looks like it is taken from over in the football facility to the field. His processing has been incredible, T-Bob. I mean, it is check, 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 go.
Yeah.
I mean, everything has a purpose to it. It's not, hey, let me get the ball, let me look around. I think I might know the coverage. He knows exactly what the coverage is. He goes to his progression, and then that's when you see him run. I mean, so he is running because the progression is not there, not because he knows he's a better athlete than everybody.
Yeah, and let's be clear. There's a couple things to touch on that BK talked about after the game, one of which is when you have an offense that's playing at this level, they scored 13 touchdowns in a row, it's not just Jayden. Now, he is the main engine behind it all, right? But you have an offense as a whole right now that is as good as any you will ever watch in an LSU uniform. And again, as we talk about being grateful, that's something to ruminate on this week. I mean, you have what I still believe to be the best LSU offensive line that I've ever seen as an adult. I guess you could say from like the time I got done playing on. I won't get into like, some of those maybe early Saban lines. I was a kid, so in my mind, I don't think I'm very objective about them, right? But I've been doing this job for 10 years now. I think this is the best offensive line I've ever seen them have. They're so boring, Jake, that I actually don't even like. I don't even know how to break down film on them because they're just too good. Like nobody gets beat. Like I remember one MA this game where Emory Jones had a little miscommunication and let his guy go inside him thinking he had help. He didn't. But what did Jayden do? He just scrambled. It was no problem, right?
Yeah.
But like Kelly said, so you have an O-line that's absolutely incredible. You have wide receivers that block down field because they know their quarterback can run and make big plays, but then they also know their quarterback's going to reward them with getting to them in the progression. So if you are the third or the fourth guy, like a Kyron Lacey, you better run your ass hard because you're going to have opportunity to make plays. And so you have guys that are mentally bought in, and then physically, the talent level of this offense. Again, you're talking two bookend tackles. Like Will Campbell's going to play tackle in the NFL for a very long time. I'm not sure if Emory Jones is going to be a guard or tackle. What I do know is he's going to be a damn good NFL O-lineman for a very long time. And those other guys will find those ways. But I was talking to Nick Underhill on Saturday, and, we've discussed how there's generally a disconnect between what the real NFL scouts are saying about where guys project and what the media view is, right? And he texted me that he's hearing from NFL scouts that Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas, and Malik Neighbors are all top 20 NFL prospects right now. Top 20 guys. So you're telling me on this week of Thanksgiving, my cup truly runneth over. I have the best offensive line I've ever seen in an LSU uniform. I have 3 top 20 NFL talent guys at the skill positions. I've got complete buy-in. An offense, it's perfect. And like Kelly said, man, they're trying to throw everything at him. They're trying to go cover 0. They're trying to drop 8. They're trying to disguise things, trap coverages, everything, and you just can't get anything past them right now because the preparation, the execution, and the talent is just on another plane entering the final game of the season.
Yeah, we saw it a week ago. Florida, they try to bring guys from everywhere. They try to bring corner cat. They try to bring guys from the nickel position. They try to bring 6. They try to bring 7. They try to do everything. And because of this offensive line and, knowing their assignment and also being really good at what they do, right, they're going to pick that up. And even if they don't, right, Jayden understands the assignment. He understands what he has to do with the football. Kind of the same thing in this game, right? So many times you saw him go through his progression, and then that's when he takes off and also does a really nice job in the pocket and creating that space and knows when to like pump fake just a little bit to get somebody to just stop their feet, and then they're not going to ever tackle Jaden Daniels once they stop their feet. And then he just like a snake, man. He just slithers through the defense, and you can't get a shot on him. He's faster than you think he is. He creates angles for you, not to really have that opportunity to tackle him in open field. I don't really know what else to say about what he's done, what the receivers have done, what the offensive line continues to do. It's on another level. Even the running backs, have had a solid year, but we don't talk about the running backs because it's hard to get there because of what everybody else is doing.
Well, and I go back to all 11 guys being bought in. What did we celebrate all of last Monday? Josh Williams doing the dirty work, right? The incredible pass pickups, the lead block on the last Jayden score. Again, all 11 guys, Mason Taylor, Mac Markway, the rest of this tight end room, all 11 that are on the field at any given time are bought in and dominating, and they should be celebrated. And, again, Georgia State's not a game that you enter with a lot of juice, but that was a fun – it was like my God, the last touchdown catch by Malik Neighbors. Little sluggo, the action from Jayden to set it up, looking off the safety, looking back, hitting him with the pump, and then putting it over the top. Malik somehow coming up with that ball. You're just seeing greatness, man. And be careful taking it for granted or wallowing in frustration because of defense or whatever else, because you're going to let greatness go by and you're not going to really appreciate it. You got one more opportunity to really chew on it, right, as you're digesting as you're eating your Thanksgiving gumbo, which is the best form of gumbo. You got one more opportunity to watch the best form of offense that you may see for I don't know how long. So let us give thanks and enjoy this holiday season. It's kind of so sad, man. A little bittersweet at the end of this thing, man.
Yeah, we don't know what the bowl situation as far as who's playing, who's not playing. That part of it is what it is. And I know that we don't do bowl projections here on this show. It's not really our thing, but I know that, Tampa, what used to be the Outback Bowl, it's like ReliaQuest Bowl.
ReliaQuest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the Outback better, Bloomin' Onion.
But yeah, I know.
That looks like where LSU's probably headed. I know ESPN had them against Wisconsin, and then the other guy had them against Notre Dame. Notre Dame would actually.
No, you're gonna look. There's some sexy matchups floating out there for sure.
Notre Dame, LSU with BK.
The BK Bowl, I'm in
for sure.
I just don't want. I don't like. If Jayden wants to play, whatever. But I'm like, bro, go get ready for the NFL. You've done your thing. Well, look, we got A&M first. Again, let's be present. Everything else, but yeah, man. Final week of the college football season. You blinked and done gone by. Wow, Jake, what incredible takes.
Those guys, they're just the best.
I think so. And if you think so, again, hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post every single day here on OTB LSU.